My name's Blinky, and welcome to my garage. I've just received some new parts, so let's open her up. Alrighty. These are the new bumper indicators. They even come plugged. That's pretty cool. Nice and tidy, nice and clean. $50 for a pair. Let's go put them on the bumper now. All right, to put them on the bumper, I need to undo this bolt here and this bolt here, which is on the bracket, and slide the indicator into place and then do the bolts up again. So I'm going to do that by laying on my back and facing up because I don't want to take the bumper back out of the car. So I got to take the bumper off. Bugger. That was so much easier. Alright, now to take off the brackets and insert the indicators. Nice. Nice. Let's put it on. $50 may seem a little bit expensive for indicators, but they look superb. Let's plug them up and see if they work. Well, that was easy. The lead that I pushed through the front of the car plugs straight into the clip, so hopefully the wires are around the right way. Now we have to plug these into there. All right, with those plugged in, let's see if they work. So with the hazard lights on, I'm going to turn the engine lights on and see if I get these little tiny white Parker lights to turn on. Yeah, look at that. Hells yeah. Alright, while we're here, may as well go over a few more small updates that we've done to the engine and, well, the car in general. I painted the top of this air filter box the same color as the radiator shroud and the valve cover, just so that it looks neat and tidy, and I retained the original sticker on top because I thought that looked pretty cool. What I'm going to do next is paint the bottom half black so that it kind of matches this two-tone black and gunmetal. I've got heater hoses running directly from the I guess the output and the input from the water pump, etc. This bottom one runs directly up and across to the top heater core pipe that comes out of the firewall, and then the bottom one runs over the engine directly to this lower one. Now both of these pieces are just, I think they're actually made for a Commodore, but I wanted something that's got a 90-degree bend and then a big long straight hose. So both of these are 90-degree bends and they fit pretty well. I would have liked one that went across the whole engine like this and then had two more 90 degrees so it would go around the back of the valve cover, but at the moment that's all I could find. If in the future I do find another one, I can tidy that up and replace it. In saying that, now I have a working heater. So the engine comes up to temp, no problem at all. Warm water comes through into the firewall, into the heater core, and it is adjustable via this little slidey doodad right here onto warm, and then of course the defroster here where the hot air comes out to hit the windshield. That is a legal requirement for me to be able to get this thing registered. So hence why getting a working heater core and hooking up that heater hoses was so important, because to register it I need to have that there. And it's now working, so I got nice hot air coming out of there when I need it. Oh yeah, and as we saw, I did put the dash back in. It's super simple install, so I just kind of didn't worry about videoing it. A couple of bolts on top and then a couple of bolts that hold this fascia on underneath, and one in the side here and one in the other side, and that's relatively all. The glove box is in as well, and that was quite simple. But so far it's coming up really, really well, and it is simple to work on. The only thing I really need is a head unit in here, because the previous owner or someone along its life has chopped that bit out of there where the original stereo used to live. There is a plug here, and someone has done the wiring already. So I don't know, maybe it'll be an easy job for me just to throw another stereo in there. If not, then I guess I'm gonna have to rewire it as well. But anyway, that's about it for the inside of the car and the update. I also have a working temperature gauge and fuel gauge. So the problem with this, it wasn't working initially. There is a little voltage regulator on the back of this cluster that had died, and I just went to JCar Electronics and I bought a little 10 volt 1 amp voltage regulator. I'll show you what it looks like because I bought a spare. That's it there. This little guy just kind of keeps the current steady for the gauges to work correctly. So the original one was a little brown thing that had died. Looks very similar to this, except instead of black on top, it's just brown. You pull this out with two little screws that clamp it into position, like so, with a little panel. Pop that off, put the new one in, and I now have a working fuel gauge and a working temperature gauge.